is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rewind here on Wayward World Studios. I'm Thumali. That's Thumali. I'm a Saudi drag queen, and that's going to be relevant later. Um, our next guest, our lovely, lovely guest, comes from the land of TV. It was a little hard to summon them, so what I ended up doing was leave a warm glass of milk for this diva, and a heaping helpful hand of fake intestines to for her to gnaw on and go to the emergency room. She is synonymous. They are synonymous with Dragula and the Dragula brand. You might have seen them on either season two of Dragula, Titans season one, or Titans season two, or maybe you saw them in all three. Please welcome Abhora. How are you doing, Abhora?
Hello.
Yeah. Did you did the reference like register at all? Like
You got there.
it
You
got there.
got there.
I got
Yeah.
there. Yeah. I
Yeah.
rehearsed it
If
in
the
my
milk isn't spoiled by the end of that, I think you're good.
okay. No, I'm it'll be it's warm milk. Like I think warm milk is disgusting, but I drink lattes.
That will be relevant later.
Okay. I would I would assume so. How you been? Like what congratulations on Titans.
Thanks. I've actually never been better. This has been kind of the best of all possible worlds for me. Yeah, can't complain.
Okay, well that's good. You kind of had a busy month last month in February, and is it kind of lulling down as the Dragula tour is coming up?
No, it's actually becoming more hectic. There's a lot of stuff being planned behind the scenes.
Mm.
Doing a lot of self-initiated stuff because in this industry, you really can't wait around for somebody to hand you an opportunity. You have to make it yourself. So
Oh yeah, that's what this whole podcast is all about. How do you think I got all these people?
you willed it into power, and yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's get right into it. For like the people who don't know, for the people who don't watch Dragula, how would you describe Abora?
I'd say take a Disney park ride that's malfunctioning and partially dangerous and trap you on it. And it doesn't stop and it keeps going and it keeps going until you want to get off the ride and it won't let you.
Yeah, you sound like are you familiar with Banksy? Like and like
Yeah,
Disney
he's an inspiration of mine. His his images are very poetic and very political, very I think he's probably one of our most important artists of our time.
Yeah, I just reminded me of like when you talked about like a dark Disney ride or like a malfunctioning thing.
Dismaland.
Dismal Land. That's the thing
Yeah.
I was. You're kind of like Dismal Land.
Wanted to go. I
Oh,
really wanted to go. Is it still up?
I have no idea. Is it in London?
Probably. It's such
Okay.
a, I mean, in London, it probably was an unironic thing, you know?
Yeah. No,
Dude,
for
this is
sure.
Disneyland. Yeah, it's just what we do.
Yeah. Isn't the tour going to like it's the Dragula World Tour? Are you going international
I think
or is it a
that's
secret?
not happening on this run of Dragula, but for Abhora,
Mm.
uh, look out,
Ooh.
international. Keep your
Oh.
screws locked up tight.
They're gonna solve um the world war that's going on right now.
Or make it worse.
By the way, I keep misgendering it. I'm so sorry. I'm very used to like just saying girl and
It's
diva.
fine.
Okay.
I used to get up in arms about it, but that was when I was a little less secure in my gender, and
Mm.
now I'm fine with anything.
Okay. Because I say girl nowadays as like, dude, bro type deal. And now it kind of feels weird to say dude or bro.
But do you know who like weirdly sticks to the appropriate pronoun is fucking Dracmorda. So like the
Oh.
whole panel will be like, oh well she does this and then she did that and then he'll be like, well he's and then and then that just sounds wrong and it sounds insulting. So it's been kind of a weird navigating the whole pronoun thing. But I'm fine with anything, but I'm extremely happy when people say he or it.
Oh,
Like
it.
it ideally like
Yeah.
that.
It was not on your pronouns on Instagram. They were they and he.
They don't give you
They
a
don't give
lot
you
of
it.
options. And rather than make it like a joke,
Hmm.
because a lot of people take those pronoun sections seriously or they should. I keep it to like the serious ones
Oh, I
because
see.
when you start being it's and a lamp and whatever, yes, it's funny to us because we're queer people, but then the establishment looks at that and sort of says, see, this is a joke. Like transgenderism is all a joke.
Hmm.
It could be funny. It's supposed to be funny. Like we're reclaiming like our own joy in this world that would sooner see us dead. But these thoughts do cross my mind. Not that I'm trying to be palatable to the corporate world, but for those trans people who are, you know, trying to validate themselves through that lens, I would rather take the side of solidarity than to be like a, you know, an absurdist.
Hmm. Oh no, I totally get what you mean. And I applaud that actually. I think like we should do
I
everything in
don't
our
deserve a medal for that.
yeah. I like well, it's not like I guess like the royal applaud. Like I applaud anybody who does that, like type deal.
A royal
'Cause
applaud like this.
pretty much like the royal we, like we
Ah,
do it. We did it.
what does that mean, royal we? I
Like
know.
it's like we the people, like I guess it's like it's
Oh,
supposed to be like, you know, we won Dragula and I'm like I've never even been on the show type deal.
we did it, Joe.
Yeah, but they didn't do shit.
And who's we?
Exactly.
Don't lump me into your neoliberal bullshit.
No, for sure. Going back to your dragon stuff, you know, it's so cool looking at your stuff like throughout
Okay.
the years. There are like a couple of things about your drag that still seem like still stick like very consistent that oh my God, that is Abhora. It is the nose, the eyebrows, and
Oh,
the
what
teeth.
an what
Like
an
I
interesting detail to pick
Yeah.
upon is the
Yeah.
eyebrows.
Yeah,
What
your
is
eyebrows, your eyebrows like a lot of times are like misshapen like on purpose,
yeah.
like depending on the look or like the feel or the vibe. Like but I love it. I enjoy it. Could you
Well,
tell me about like your journey to create your face?
that it's that saying that's like they always say like they're supposed to be sisters, not twins, but mine aren't
Hmm.
even friends.
Hmm.
Mine hate each other.
No,
So
I could see that. No, for sure.
so
But
they're often just deliberately trying to throw the other one off. And, they're just little check marks. Like at the end of the makeup, I always forget to do them. So they're like, check mark, check that off. It's done.
mhm. Is it like you should just do no eyebrows. Like I'm pretty sure you've done a look where you haven't done any eyebrows either.
Yeah, I forget sometimes, or sometimes it's like a creature or something. I'm not always trying to be a pretty lady.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes I take a little bit of a more monstrous
Hmm.
approach. I don't know if you've noticed those few times, but
Yeah.
yeah, so the no eyebrow thing.
Hmm.
I shaved my eyebrows in college for no reason, and I
Yeah.
just like the look.
Yeah, no, I've shaved mine. Like there's
Finally.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I shaved them a while ago. They're growing back right now, but I'm planning to get in drag in a few weeks. So,
no.
Yeah, I'm going to Fat Slut in
Oh,
Seattle. Yeah, you were a
oh,
part of that. Yeah, they're doing it in Seattle
yeah.
for the first time.
Oh, that's exciting. I'm so glad Meatball is having like a renaissance. That is a fucking when we say will to power, that is the truest pioneer of it. She just was always destined to be a star,
Hmm.
and nothing's gonna stop him.
Oh yeah, no, him. I'm laughing because like I'm just like thinking about what Meatball would have said just now. Him. Now wait a
Oh.
minute. Get the gun. Um, what about your nose? Because like I'm very curious about to learn about the history of like your nose specifically, like your pointy nose. Is it like what were you inspired by that?
Well, it always comes back to Disney World. There's an episode of Venture Brothers where they also mock Disney World called Brisbee Land, and it's a bee with like a long pointy black nose, and I was like, oh, that's a simple iconic feature like the mouse ears, and it's like sinister and gross and weird. Um, and it's also like a clown nose. It's been done in paintings by Michael Hussar. It's reminiscent of Camille Rose Garcia's work. I referenced these two illustrators and artists as my inspirations for my aesthetic. Um, and Yeah, the first time that I did it was the very first time that I went out in drag. So it's always been inextricable with the drag that I do. Um it is some people ask me, "Oh, well, did you start out pretty?" And no, I started out ugly and got worse. Uh but it used to be it would wrap around practically half my face. I hadn't quite figured out like a streamlined design for it, so it'd be this big crumply thing.
Mm.
Um because in college I studied this artist, Sagazan, who does these clay faces in video format, and he does this this transmutation of his face through clay and twigs and whatever else he can wrap around it. So in college, I would wrap duct tape and saran wrap and all these things around my face and chain link fence around my body. And I would go out and I wanted to be this like entity, but there really wasn't a place for that. I
Mhm.
think I went out once to a goth night, and the very first queer person that I saw there didn't say anything to me except, "We get it. You're weird."
That's crazy.
I was like, oh.
You weren't even out in drag, like you were just kind of like figuring it out.
Yeah, I never really considered I never really considered being a drag queen. I always thought drag was like kind of a fringe thing that gay men do when they give up on, trying to get laid. Uh,
Mhm. No,
I think about that. I think about it way differently now.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
What do
yeah.
you think about drag now?
I think it's great. I think that it's great that it is so accessible. I used to be bitter that there's like more drag queens than DJs.
Oh,
Um, like everybody's a drag queen now, but you know what? Let them. If it's
yeah.
fun. I've recently come around to like people who are like casually doing drag, just throwing on a wig and coloring, their eyebrows and keeping their beard. It's kind of drag that actually inspired me in the first place to do this was in Miami, there's a couple of drag queens called Julesi y Carla, and they were Hialeah's finest. And it was they didn't shave any part of their body. They would wear like bendo tops with like a couple of coconuts shoved
Oh,
in them, and just like stupid, ugly hair all the way to the top with like zip ties and
oh, wow.
and it's just this caricature of these two girls that don't exist, but like it's so endearing and it's so fun and I'm actually kind of inspired to go back to that.
Mhm,
I think that these competition shows kind of ruined drag like that
mhm.
because you used to be able to be a character, especially in Miami. You could be a character, and that's what people love you for. And now everybody has to have a lace and perfect hair and a mermaid gown, and everything is cinched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting back there though. Now with like the rise of like all this conservatism right now, at least in my circle, I feel like we're kind of going back to that like what's the word I'm looking for? Defying gender norms, trying to be like more like grungy a little bit.
Gorilla drag, and not just because they look like gorillas, but
Exactly. Yeah, some of them do. Some of them do.
because they look like gorillas. It's perfect. It's like it's just so defiant.
Mm-hmm.
It's defiant, but it's also bringing joy, and it's not taking itself seriously in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I miss that about Miami. The main goal of everyone from there is to bring joy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's number one. Number two is art. They want to bring because we have Art Basel, we have Wynwood Design District. Like with Miami, there is a lot of art and a lot of artists there. And so number one is joy, and then number two is art. And then I think the third thing is always kindness
Mm-hmm.
and being welcoming. Those are the
Yeah.
top three tenets I think of when I think of at least the Miami that I left in 2008. I don't know how it is now.
Yeah. I don't know too many people from Miami, but that paints a really interesting picture. I mean, the only glimpse I have of Miami, at least like with the drag now, is Drag Race, the Dion's and all that.
Athena is a really particular case. Even when we were both 20, I thought she was like way not older, but more mature. She always seemed certain. Like she always knew what was going on and she was like in control. She always knew her worth and she never accepted anything less than.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's very strange to see my friend now on TV and 10
Hmm.
years, 15 years have passed.
Yeah.
And I think, oh, you got old. Oh, I got old.
Here's the thing: the way you just described Athena now, she's old. She's old.
How dare you? We're the same age.
I'm pretty sure I'm the same age as Athena too. I'm like 32.
Well, yeah, it's all about also how you carry yourself, right? She always carried
Exactly.
herself like mature, in control, in charge,
Hmm.
older. And when you're, fun, vibrant, rambunctious, a little chaotic, and
Hmm.
very irresponsible, sorry, we're an hour and a half late,
That's okay.
you get, mistaken for much younger.
Yeah. Are you saying Athena's not fun?
Um, not since I've hung out with her, and not since
All right.
any of the footage that I've seen. But she is phenomenal, and she is
Oh
very
yeah.
kind, very
Hmm.
sweet. Um,
I love Athena. I thought she was great on Drag Race. To be honest, I just love her. Love
I'm
that drag.
very proud of her. She represented our city well, and I do like that she pulled from other studios in the area. There was this one studio, Kiki Mora Designs,
Hmm.
that has always done these like what would you say? It's like Carnival. They use like a
Mm,
lot of masks and a lot of contortion and stuff. And that was like that one masks look that she did with like the giant
oh yeah.
something. Uh,
I,
I can remember a vague picture of
yeah, that's
that.
it.
But I think that's cool. It's little love letters that only us from Biscayne Bay are gonna pick up on, but
Nice.
it's cool. My my costume designer uh mentors probably listening to this retching that I mentioned, Kikimora. He's so bitter. He was
Oh,
so bitter. He hated them so much.
oh
Hated
wow.
it so much. He used to think that well, the head design, oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have to edit something out.
Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna be.
Yeah, that's right. That's
um, no. It's fine. He's probably dead.
okay.
Uh,
Anyway, I want to get back to you because you talked about illustrations and stuff, and you mentioned a lot of artists. Did you go to school like for illustration?
I did. I did.
Okay.
The Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale.
Mhm.
Um, Shout out to everybody that's getting their payout from the lawsuit.
Oh, was there a lawsuit? Like, what was going
Yeah.
on?
Um, the school was never accredited ever, and
Oh,
they kept kind of pulling us along, saying like, "Oh yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, we're just filing out the last things." They never did any of that. They took our tuition, and we got nothing.
dang, that sucks.
Now, now all my alumni are tattoo artists, and we're thriving. We're doing
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah,
But like we were kind of promised like you'll be doing book illustrations and oh you'll be doing other things with illustration. It was always this
yeah,
kind of vague promise of like a lasting career in the noble profession of illustrator.
yeah.
And I should have known when like I looked around at some of the other students that were accepted and I was kind of the best one. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
I should be. We're gonna have to cut this out because some of
No, no,
them
that's okay. That's you can yeah, say your words, Bill.
between you and me, I was the best one. And
Yeah, I have no doubt. I have no doubt. You know what? I'm gonna say you were probably the best one. We're not gonna cut that
I'll
out.
just say this. There were a lot of talented people in my school, and there were a lot of people later on that I really looked up to. Um Shout out to Janda, CJ, even Jess. I really love Jess's stuff. Um, but it was, in the first year, I looked around and like a lot of the freshman class were just kind of people that didn't really have any artistic ability at all.
Mm,
And I later realized that, oh, they're not they're not keeping anybody out. They're kind of just accepting anybody with the student loan or the money to
oh wow.
pay. And I should have known that that was like
Mm.
kind of a bad thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, hey, you look at you now. I mean, you could do a book right now if you could, like an illustrated illustration book.
Again, like I was saying at up top, like everything is now that I'm older, I see everything is self-initiated. Like those book illustrators, there wasn't like some giant mustache man going, "Oh, want you to do a book for me? Here's money." No,
Mm.
you like set aside your own personal time uh, while doing other things to pay the rent. And you do a book and then you sell it and then you do, your own promotion of it. You make things happen for yourself. And no one ever told me that. Everyone just kind of said, "Oh, well, just do the work and then the money will come." And I did the work, kinda, and then the money
Mhm.
didn't come. And then I said, "Well, fuck this."
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm gonna shove my dick in pantyhose because I see the money flowing with that. Oh yeah, the tens of dollars these queens walk away with a night. Oh my God, they
Mm,
must all be rich.
yeah.
Do you ever feel like people when you got into drag, were
Hmm.
you disillusioned by how little money that we actually make?
Um, yes. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I'm gonna say like yes and no because like I knew a lot of drag queens like doing the show. It's more about like highlighting queer nightlife, so like I'm hearing from burlesque, I'm hearing from DJs, like just like that industry in general, like you're not making a lot of money. And like the people that I know have second jobs, like primary jobs. I have a primary job, you know, like they're not all Sasha Colby, Trixie Mattel type deal. Like, oh my God, RuPaul, or you know.
And speaking of Trixie, this has been talked about to death, but
Hmm.
Trixie Mattel isn't just a drag queen
Oh
either,
no, she's a
right?
DJ.
Yeah, that's where he's making.
She does the cosmetics, she does the TV, like she she like she is our RuPaul.
The thing about Trixie is there was no way he wasn't going to be rich. He's just that kind of person that's just always thinking about how to keep this thing going. Like I heard a story about how season 7 was premiering and while everybody was like partying and getting shots and stuff, he was at the merch booth just selling his shirts, making as much money as he could, putting it away, and I'm sure he used that money for something else. And it's people like him, Willem, um, just entrepreneurial spirit is
Mhm.
really inspiring, and to be able to do it ethically without becoming some sort of capitalist monster, you know?
That we know
Well,
of.
why do you think Trixie's doing some insider trading with the lumber
Hey,
industry?
I will not like say anything to like smear Trixie Mattel, but she got a lot of money. So
Gotta
like
clean
I
those wooden legs.
exactly. I did want to ask you one question, and it was kind of a hard question for me to ask you. Like I kind of referenced it at the top of the show, and I'm a little nervous to ask you this question. Why do you think Saudi Arabia doesn't have any drag queens?
Oh, that's very interesting. Um, Well, as a Jew, okay, let's keep digging.
No, I saw that. I saw that interview that you did with that incel guy.
Oh, with the guy.
Yes.
See, I was kind of hoping this would be like that, where you just
Mhm.
kept making me more and more uncomfortable. I'm
Oh
glad it's
no.
not, but I was
No, I
kind of hoping.
appreciate you. I
Um,
appreciate. I can ask on like I can ask something weird.
um, no, that was a lot of fun, actually. I get the premise of his show. I've seen the Eric Andre show, so I
Hmm.
know what he's
Okay.
trying to be.
Hmm.
Um, Do you really want my take on my Saudi queens, or can I just
You could. I would love to hear it. I would
take a
love to hear
stab?
it because I
Take a
probably know the answer because I'm from there.
take a stab at it. Well, let me answer that question with a question.
Sure.
What is the general view on queer people in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. It's hidden. You know, like Saudi Arabia is one of the only countries where you could get killed for being gay. Like pretty straightforward. Um, the country keeps saying that like for tourists and stuff, now that they opened for tourism. Back when I was living there, it wasn't. It was very like secular. Um, they all the queer people were like in hiding, especially from like the religious police, which
Even
is
while it was secular?
mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh,
They were, yeah, that you had your Starbucks where gay people used to go. I wasn't really
right.
like completely out when I was in Saudi Arabia. I was still a kid. I was 16. I came out as bisexual to like a group of friends from the United States like on the internet. Like I hadn't really like fully come out like to my dad, who I consider like the final boss of coming out, my Saudi dad, until I was like
Yeah.
20, like 28. And at that point, I had already come out to everybody. So it's all in hidden, like hookups, um, real cruising. Yeah, you go cruise at the Starbucks. Some of the guys over there dress up as women, and yeah, I don't know if they're like necessarily like transgender, cross dressers, or whatever. But I heard these stories when I was a kid, like people being sexually attracted to these women with penises. Like they didn't really like identify as anything. And I remember confronting one of them, and I was like, "Hey, do you only
Hey, what's
like?"
up?
Yeah, no,
Hey,
like, hey,
what's your fucking deal?
yeah, no, for real. I was like, because like we live in a country where this is like even like opposite sex stuff, like adultery and stuff like that. That's not allowed in Saudi Arabia. There for a long time, the sexes used to be segregated, like men and women, like type situation. You couldn't like mingle or date. So I confronted this one guy. I was like, Is the reason why you're like attracted to this man in a dress? Is it because it's like easy? Because guys can like hang out and they can just like look like a boy, but you know, and they was like, yeah, it's just easier that way to have sex. If
Okay.
you, yeah, because
That's very Mormon.
pretty much it's Saudi Arab men. Let me tell you something about Arab men. They are the horniest people you'd ever meet. It
Oh,
is
no
insane.
kidding.
Do you have a do you have any Arab men stories?
Uh, no, no,
Uh,
I'm not
oh,
falling for that trap.
oh,
I
you could
will,
say, hey, like
I will
it's.
say, I will say I get shouted out from cars
Okay.
often, and I'm not gonna say that I know exactly where they're from,
Uh, are they saying the F word?
but
They're saying faggot.
but but they're like, "Eh."
That's and they be doing that. They be doing that.
And I'm like, hey.
Yeah. No, I thought like that question from that one guy, like it was just I had to ask it. It was so funny.
But my honest answer to that question is there are. I'm going to dispute it. I'm not going to say that there's no drag queens in Saudi Arabia. I know there are. They're
Yeah.
happening in whatever capacity that they can because this isn't a trend. This
Mm-hmm.
isn't just something people do because they think it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of our culture. It's part of our
Exactly.
DNA. It happens in tribes with no outside influence. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere compulsively. So yes, I think there is drag in
Mm-hmm.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, the thing is, like, I absolutely agree with you, and that's why, like, I'm reluctant to say like I'm the first Saudi drag queen because I feel like it's kind of a disrespect for the people that can't come out or not as privileged as I am. You know,
But
like
in a way, you're living into truth that they wish that they could. So
exactly.
you have to remember that not everybody is a bitter, repressed queen. Some people look at the youth, us,
Hmm.
the youth, and people who are doing it and making it, and they cheer them on. So you have to
Hmm.
remember that.
Yeah.
There's
I
somebody cheering you on for as
ex-
many people who are shaking their fists and saying, "Well, I did it first, and I did it harder, and I did it
mhm.
bleeding." Like
Yeah.
it's
I will say that I am the first queen of Saudi Arabia because there's never been a queen in Saudi Arabia, like with the monarchy and everything. Like
only a
they have,
king monarchy.
yep, kingarchy. There's a king, there's princes, there's princesses, but there's never been a queen, and
Huh.
that's on what's the word? God, I can't remember the word. Um, the patriarchy.
Would you marry a Saudi prince
Absolutely.
if
I get
if
that
he
money.
wasn't hot?
Yeah, depends on how old he is.
What's your cutoff?
Um, Saudi men really get old. I
Like
would probably
90, 100?
90, 90, 100, you know. We'll go like
So what's your cutoff?
um I would say 60, especially since
Yeah.
the current king right now, I think he's in his 70s right now. So, but like
And
his son, yeah, he's not doing
he's not
anything.
hot. He
No,
doesn't do it.
his
I
son
I
his son is kind of like old bone saw.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about him. Oh
Yeah,
shit. Oh shit.
yeah,
Gotta
he's
be on
pretty
your
young.
team.
Probably going to be the youngest king that's ever been in the country.
Exciting change.
I guess women can drive now. That's crazy. That's still
That's
crazy.
that's awesome.
hmm Um, Going back to you, I want to talk about Dragula a little bit because
Okay.
I think you are as synonymous with Dragula as the Boulet Brothers. Like when I think of Dragula, I think Abhora.
Just make
Um,
me the full-time judge.
yeah, you should judge. They should
Be
bring you
better
to.
than David Schmaltzian.
Well, he's nice. He gave me a thumbs up at the Dragula party.
Oh, how kind.
Yeah. Do you not like him
He's never had anything good to
to say?
say, judging wise. Like
Uh, that's
every
fair.
time was, I didn't get it. I didn't like it. And I'm
Uh,
like, oh, well, just because your eye makeup is a little bit more smudged than mine right now
mhm,
doesn't make you an expert on what I do.
exactly.
I wouldn't be so forthcoming with not getting stuff. It just makes you look uncultured.
Oh, no, I get that. There's a lot of judges that are like that to me. Like whether it's Drag Race, Dragula, and they annoy the hell out of me.
Who's the worst judge about that? I think it was Shania Twain. She just
Sure.
really did not want to be there.
I I will never forgive Megan Trainor. Like not just for her critiques, but like her stupid fucking outfit, pajamas on
Oh yeah.
on RuPaul's Drag Race.
An insult.
Yeah, I keep
How
it keeps
dare
playing in my head.
you?
Exactly.
How dare you?
I would have said that if she like if I was on stage and she was critiquing me and said I looked like shit, I would have I would have been
Well,
pissed.
we all can't roll out of bed and just go to our favorite TV show.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Megan Trainor. What is she even known for?
That one song.
Which one?
Um Bass. It's all about that bass. About
Actually, I
that bass.
do know that song.
Yeah, I think that's the only like she's kind of a one-hit wonder, I think.
Well, she's done more for the gay community than any contestant on Drag Race has ever done. And for that, we salute you, Megan Trainor.
You know,
Please keep coming back and giving us so little.
exactly. Maybe next time give us a little even less.
Yeah, yeah, wear like a snuggie.
Mm-hmm. Crocs.
Have a cup of cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Kick your
Crocs on the
feet up.
runway. Like that would be
Yeah,
crazy.
kick your feet up.
uh,
Um,
yeah, going back to you and Dragula though, like, how did you hear about Dragula initially? Like, well, season two comes around, it's still kind of a niche thing at that time.
well, it came at a very important time because I was kind of at a loss for what to do with drag. Uh, I was on cast in Atlanta at the other show. Shout out to the other show and Edie Cheeseburger and Jay Lish. If you're listening, I love you all and miss you so much. Um, and I was just kind of I was kind of directionless because I had always started with the teeth and the nose and everything. But I noticed that it was like an uphill struggle to get the audience on my side about a lot of things. A lot of the times I'd be performing and I got little to no reaction from the audience. I realize now as a more seasoned performer that that's just fucking. I noticed now that silence amongst the crowd is actually kind of a good thing
Mhm,
sometimes. It means that they're paying attention.
mhm.
Because nothing's worse than doing like a somber like thing and then having a guy go,
No, yeah, I get that.
and then yeah, so I was at a loss, so I was starting to like practice like regular makeup and doing like, standard drag to get by, drag to get booked. Uh and then the promo for season one flashed on my screen one day, and I was just like, "Oh, you can do that?
Wow.
Oh, look at that one. Oh, wow, that one's crazy. Oh, that one's flipping her hair around and it's like a fucking cat of nine tails. Oh,
Mhm,
that one's like oozing goo. That one just removed their brain.
mhm,
This is so cool." And then it just got me to think in more extreme ways, like
mhm,
things that I was scared to do because I was worried that I would alienate more people. Now I knew that that was cool, like that looked cool. So I wanted to push myself to the nth dimension. And I'm so grateful to have something like that. Because yes, Drag Race gives you like this glimpse into a world of different drag where you can kind of say, "Oh, well, I think this one's really interesting," or "Oh, that's really cool. That's really inspiring." But nothing ever like kind of hit me like lightning like that did. So
mhm.
I was really grateful to have that. And yeah.
Yeah, the rest was history pretty much. How did you feel about that initial run on like the
Uh,
first season? You were kind of you were pretty controversial.
oh, really?
Yeah, like I think a lot of people
No,
were pretty divisive, like as far as like um being like super intense or like
but
with your
not in
drag.
like a cancelable way, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, no. I'm not never in that way, but yeah, how did you feel about your initial season?
I loved it. I had so much fun,
Hmm.
and at least people were divisive about my craft and
Hmm.
not me as a person,
Hmm.
because I'm pretty universally lovable, I think. And but people asking really important questions. Is this good? Does this have merit? These are questions that I love. I love sparking that discussion. Is
Hmm.
like, is this important? Should we care? Because those are the questions that they ask in Atlanta. In most of the other country, in most other places in the country, um, the drag that I do is just kind of dismissed outright.
Hmm.
It's often just kind of, like I actually started in Asheville, North Carolina, hoping to have some creative freedom because there was like a vacuum of any kind of nightlife. So I was hoping to build something, but the old guard just did not care for it and didn't even care to indulge it.
Hmm.
So when I moved to Atlanta, it was different because people were now watching. They were saying, okay, what you're doing is interesting, but why are you doing it? Like they want you to hone what you're doing. And they ask questions like, you did this, but why? You could have done this and done it so much bigger or better or more streamlined. And that's just how Atlanta is. We're very critical,
Hmm.
but we ultimately want everyone to be their best. So,
Yeah. That the way you described North Carolina was kind of um similar to here Spokane. I love the old guard here, but it's kind of we're trying. Like I think a lot of people here in the Spokane and Spokane's like on the far east side of Washington State. I don't know if you've ever been here before. Um, no. Yeah, you've been to Seattle definitely, but
once or
yeah,
twice.
yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, you're gonna be in Seattle on May 7th, which is gonna be really exciting.
Looking forward to seeing ya.
Yeah, no, for sure. Um, but yeah, that's what art is all about, though. Like, I think we all should be um, have a more critical eye, like, or give critical criticism, like criticism that you can like grow off of and like become a better artist. Like, I would much appreciate someone telling me why they didn't like my art when it comes to my storytelling, rather than being like, oh, I'm a terrible artist. Like my
Oh,
art.
Atlanta will do that.
Oh,
They'll tell you.
okay. Well,
They'll
there we
tell
go.
you, oh, I didn't like this, and here's why.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, hey, that's criticism I could take too. um, what about now? I want to talk just a little bit about Titans One. Um, I don't. I'm not really interested in like, and it was the big thing with the love triangle type situation. But I really want to talk about it from the perspective of you talking about your initial season of like people getting your craft and like having those eyes on you and like it being a positive experience. Do you think overall you felt the same way? Like for Titans 1 in some aspects?
I will say there was a huge windfall. Am I using that word right?
I don't know.
I was crestfallen by episode 2 of Titans. Yeah, I was a little arrogant and thought that I could just get away with throwing some bullshit
Mm,
down the runway and that they would just love it like they did on season 2. I felt like I was given a lot of leeway on season 2. There were only a few times where people were kind of like, the chicken thing, I don't know.
mm,
But for Titans one, I knew after I didn't make the top cut of the second episode, I was like, oh, this show is not for me anymore.
uh,
Because, I thought all my little details would have been celebrated or like at least appreciated, but it just kind of felt like it just felt like other people were getting the kind of treatment that I was getting in season 2. So it kind of felt like I'm no longer the favorite.
mm. Yeah, and then like you had a lot of people just really focusing on like the personal aspect of like the love triangle situation. Like it just felt like that season and you had a lot of really good drag on like like
Thank you.
the season of Titans. I love your promo with the little like lollipop thing. Your cheerleader, like I saw the vision of the cheerleader like zombie. I loved it a lot. Like I enjoyed it.
When they said that the tits were kind of going everywhere, I was like, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point. I'm
It,
falling apart. I'm a
ex-
fucking zombie. What do you not
mhm.
get about that?
Yeah. I think though, like with Titans one, it was really like RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars season one type situation. I think everybody, like the Boulets and even the contestants on the show, were just trying to figure out what this show is supposed to be. And I think when we get to Titans 2, um it it was some of the best like TV ever. And I was really excited to see it again. I think a lot of
No.
people were like super upset. It was like, "Oh my god, Abhora's back. What the
What?
hell?"
No.
Are they going to do the whole like love triangle again? Like who'd they find?
Come on, Eva. Come on,
It,
Eva.
yeah.
Make it work again.
um but how did you feel about Titans 2? Like coming off of Titans 1? Like what made you want to do that? Like was there a sense of like redemption, or did the Boulets really want you to be back? Like what was going through your head initially?
Off of Titans 1, I kind of felt like I never want to do anything with the franchise again. I kind of felt super spurned, super destroyed. And I said, I'll never, ever, ever do that again. I'll never be that stupid. And I'll never let them take advantage of me. And then they called me and I said, sure. It's not true.
Yeah.
Um, I just, I kind of, I kind of knew that they weren't going to do something like that to me again. I feel like when they pushed for that romance drama, it was kind of the only thing that we had. Because
Mm,
after I left, what did they talk about? They all
yeah.
kept complaining, oh my God, so sick of this, sick of hearing about it. So, what do we think about Coco's shoes? Oh, wow. The intrigue, the human drama. Like,
Mhm.
some of these fucks think they know how to make good TV just because they have like a quip or a catchphrase or they have like a
Yeah. Name it.
personality.
You should name them.
Oh. Fucking Coco. Uh, her. Um, but it takes more to get people involved in a show, and it's
Mm,
seeing their human side. And I've always been forthcoming with that. I've always been an open book about my relationships, how I'm feeling, who I am as a true, authentic person. I never hid my hatred of bitch pudding. I never hid the problems that I was having with my relationships at home. And I know how to make compelling TV because I know how to be authentic. I know how to be true with my feelings, and I always bring my authentic self. I don't have to ramp up anything because I have strong emotions and I know how to weaponize them for TV.
oh
Shout out
no.
to Bitch Puddin.
Yeah. I love Bitch Pudding. Yeah, that whole drama thing was kind of crazy too on season two. I.
And when you come up in a scene together and
Mhm.
something is really, really important to you and you
Yeah.
see somebody just show up and
Yeah.
kind of casually just, well, this is important to me too, Danny. It's like,
Yeah.
well, you could have gone for the other show. You
Hmm.
could have done that other one.
Yeah.
Why did you have to come take my thing?
Hmm.
But, I've grown and I've learned, like, obviously Dragula is a better fit for bitch. And it surprised me in a lot of ways. It showed me that Dragula is more than what I thought it was. And I think that she was the right win for the
Hmm.
time.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Um, did you feel like Titans 2 for you was a good fit? Like as far as like yeah, everything.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna win. I was,
I yeah.
when they sent me down the runway last on the first episode, I was like, "This is mine. This
Hmm.
is a little too obvious, isn't it?"
Yeah, no, it was either you or Eva, but I was like rooting for you really hard. And I was so sad to see the malfunctions happening, even though like I don't know, it's live theater. Like there's malfunctions happen all the time.
Those are the best moments, is when stuff fucks up. But I get that this is like a very important moment and it's
Hmm.
all supposed to, because I mean, it's also kind of a test, right? Like we're taking this show on the road, we're touring.
Hmm.
So if you're showing up to this planned, prepared television show and shit can't even give 15 seconds worth of usable footage,
Hmm.
then why would we ever take that on a bus where we have zero time to rehearse and prepare anything and it all has to go off perfectly? People paid tickets.
Hmm.
So come out to Dragula Live and see
Yeah.
what's gonna happen,
S-
maybe.
And you know, it's funny that you say that because like I always knew like the winner of Dragula was gonna like headline the world tour, right? I always knew like the finalists were gonna also be a part of it, as like if you look at all the other tours, like usually the
Maybe.
final four, like
Maybe. They change
yeah,
it all the time.
I guess. I mean, like I guess I was just going off the last two tours, where they had the final four. So I was like, oh, whoever doesn't win is still gonna go on tour. And I looking at your like final like the four horsemen stuff, like I think I would not no shade to the other ones. I would rather see that like what you presented.
Well, that's kind of what I was banking on, and that's why for the few months that I was allowed to be under the delusion that I was going to win, that, that I thought I would, I
Yeah.
thought I had. But watching it all together, it's obvious the right drag queen won.
Oh yeah. No, it absolutely made sense. I think everybody actually, not just you, I think everybody besides Eva had a little bit of problem with their finale stuff. Like JK, I don't know about Jaharia like so
Jahari was
much.
great.
Jaharia was
Jahari
pretty
was
good.
solid.
Yeah, she was pretty solid.
That
Um
booger look, I was like, ugh, get away from me, you spooky queens.
oh
Kill
no.
me. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What
Y'all
was your
scare me. I'm gonna have nightmares.
yeah, besides you having to go to the emergency room on
Oh my
Titans 2,
God.
what was your favorite moment of Titans 2?
Um, my favorite moment was day one, Priscilla Chambers with her toaster, Parton Elvira look,
Mhm.
turning to me and going, "Hey, I look good, right?"
Oh, wow. And I'm sure you said yes.
You look so good, baby.
Yeah.
You look like a
Yeah.
star.
Yeah. And you two, you and Priscilla have quite a history too, even before Dragula, right? Like you've known each other for a long time.
We started drag we started drag together in Nashville.
Mm.
Um, she was the first person to make me make hip pads. She says, "You gonna make them hip pads? Come out! You gotta wear hip pads. Come on!"
I love that. What was your reaction to seeing her on Titans 2 and getting to compete with her?
I just everything else kind of melted away. I was like, the most important thing to me right now is having fun with
Hmm.
you, making the best memories together in
Hmm.
this impossibly great like summer camp situation where it's just we get to spend all our time together focusing on our art and making ourselves our best selves.
Hmm.
It was similar to that when I saw Astrid on season one of Titans.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I was really looking forward to having a fun time with her too.
Hmm. Yeah, you and Astrid did have fun on Titans 1, despite
We
I think
did.
overall in the end.
At first, until production kind of forced us to not.
That's valid. That's very valid.
And I take accountability. I take accountability for the hell that I kind of brought upon her.
Hmm.
And she and I have actually kind of reconciled
Oh, that's
recently,
good.
and it's been really lovely to have her back. Yeah,
You know what? You know what you two
it's
should
it's
do.
great.
You know what you two should do. You should come to Seattle this year. Come to Massive in Seattle, and Miss Mimi Gina hosts a wrestling show. Like she hosts a wrestling drag show, last Pride. So you can beef it out in the ring together.
It'd be a great way to work it out. I'm sure there's still a little bit of
Yeah,
animosity that she probably has to
yeah.
me.
We can bring Hoso into it, and it could be a triple threat.
I really wouldn't appreciate that, actually.
Nah,
I
that's fair.
think that might be a step too far.
That's she can referee,
Or she could just not be
not be
here
there.
at all. I
That's
think
fair.
that would actually be way more fun.
Okay, no, that's I won't get into it, but that sounds completely fair. I speaking of Astra in that moment, she actually did wrestle last year, with Pi, like with Miss Mimi Gina. It was a fun time, and I got to meet her, and it was
Astrid is a really phenomenal acrobat and
Mhm.
performer, and just seeing like the scope of her talent is it makes me want to work harder at hiding my lack of talent.
Uh, oh yeah,
Bigger
I
costumes.
yeah, I wouldn't discredit yourself. Like I think you are a fantastic artist.
I've faked it till I've proverbially made it.
The one thing I want to talk, because we're getting towards the end of the show right now, but real quickly, I would love to talk about your tattooing
Oh,
because you have tattooed my friend Christian Delgado. Are you familiar with that
um,
name?
yes, he's a very sweetie.
Yeah, cutie with a little all those piercings and the split tongue and everything. Like you've done a few.
Spooky Queens, kill me. Oh my God. Did that hurt? Oh my
Uh,
God.
well, I told him that we should go to the Dragula, like the not the Dragula, the Boulet Brothers Halloween ball type deal, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna put him in drag.
That's good. Wow.
Yeah, but you tattooed him, and you've been doing tattooing for a while. How long have you been doing tattoos?
It's been since the start of the pandemic. My roommate bought me my first coil machines as a birthday present, but it was really more of a present for him because then he gets free tattoos. But it really wasn't a good present because they weren't very good.
Oh.
Yeah, it was rough to start because I had to get over like a thing about not wanting to be close to people. I
Oh yeah.
don't, I don't like feeling like another person's breath or touching them, but surprisingly, I got over that very quickly. But not before giving some of the worst tattoos of my life. I
Oh.
think one of the very first ones, I got like blackout drunk
Ooh.
before I even could pick it up, and uh we didn't have black ink, so it was all in red, and you couldn't even see it. And
Oh, that's crazy.
it just looked like I cut up her leg. She
Oh,
was she was very nice about it. She let me finally fix it recently, and it turned out okay.
okay. Well, that's good. I love it because you bring a lot of your illustrations that you do, like like renders for your costuming and stuff like that, like your illustration background into those work of like into that tattooing. And I want to get a tattoo by you. Like I
Of
need to
course.
figure that out. Are you going to be doing like do you think you'd have time at all during the tour to do tattoos like for
Not
anybody?
not during the Dragula Live tour, but but I'm gonna let a little secret slip.
Oh yeah.
Let's just say a little tattoo tour between me and a good old Priscilla Chambers could be coming,
Oh.
could be coming your way.
You know what? You should reach out to Miss Mimi Gina and bring it to Seattle.
Love Miss Mimi Gina. Shout out to you.
Hmm.
Astrid was actually putting me your way, and I love you. You are so kooky and crazy.
She did you see the cake? The birthday cake to the Boulets?
Oh yeah.
Hmm. I was there. I was
Let's
right
poke
behind
it
her.
ballsy. I think Drac finds that stuff funny, even though you would think he's the one that's like kinda too cool for school.
Hmm. No, I actually going a little bit off topic, but they never talked about it on their podcast when they were talking about favorite tour moments. So I took the initiative to like email them about it. It's like there was this like one weird drag queen in blue. She sang happy birthday to you during the Seattle tour. Like, what was that about? And they let her have it. I think they were actually pissed. It was crazy. It's on my Instagram. I cut it up. So,
I wish they had more of a kind of a sense of humor about themselves, but
yeah.
um, I get it when it feels like you're the butt of the joke. It's
Uh,
like, it doesn't feel great, but it'd be awesome if they were like, yeah, that's funny.
yeah. But tattooing again. How
Oh,
long have you been yeah. You just recently did like a gay tattoo shop. Like you did like a collaboration. Like tell me about that a little bit. How'd
yeah,
that go?
Kevin was great. He runs the shop and he has a very warm atmosphere, and I've really been liking. getting to know different shops around the country and finding out that the general vibe for getting tattooed is no longer like uncomfortable or awkward or scary even. It's, it's getting to hang out with your friends and drawing on each other for the
Yeah,
rest of your life. Um,
exactly.
he was fantastic, so friendly. The entire vibe of the store of the shop was great.
That.
I will definitely be back. I don't know, going to New York awoken something in me. My parents are from the North and my dad is from New York, and I just I'm a very impatient person and I like walking fast and I like getting to where I'm going, and I don't like people standing in my way and I don't like standing in other people's way. So it's
Yeah,
like it's kind of a fit for me, and
yeah. Move
I
it.
don't
I'm
know,
gay. Yeah.
just gay,
Hmm.
Jew,
Exactly.
fine, New
Yeah.
York, let's do it.
Yeah. I hate it when people just stand around. Like I get
Ugh,
you so hard.
I get it when you're waiting for like a bus or something, but like look alive. Like don't stand in the way. Like don't just shuffle through life. Come on, I got somewhere to be. Come on.
No, like when I go to the theme parks, I go to like Disneyland and stuff like that. And like when exit the ride, and then you have like the family of five, like just standing in front of the exit, like, wow, what are we supposed to do? And they're just like standing there, and I'm like,
Get control of your kids. Come on. Come on.
mhm.
Teach them not to be obstacles in the
Well,
way. Huh?
it's not just the kid, it's the parents. They're just
Oh
standing there
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, they're all burnt out because they got to micromanage like three different human beings and they're tired. They're burnt out. I could never imagine being a parent.
Hmm.
I think about it all the time that I'm the age my dad was when I was 5. So
Wow.
I go through my day just thinking, wow, this is great. I don't have to carry another human being or like worry about what they're doing. Like I can just go get an ice cream cone and not have to worry about, oh, did you get one, baby? Oh, did you like it? Or you didn't like it? Oh, you're slipping, you're spilling it. Oh, I gotta carry this for you.
um,
I think whatever force didn't trap me with that, but
yeah,
it's also it's also probably a profound joy that I'll never ever get to witness, which also makes me sad.
yeah. Um, like pick one. Kids or drag kids.
Oh, kids. I
Yeah.
I don't want a single I don't want an adult baby. I don't
Yeah.
want an adult baby. I'm sorry. I don't.
Like poopy
You should
diaper.
be taking care of yourself. Uh, no, I've never wanted drag protege because I don't want to tell somebody how to create. I'd love to give them the tools to. Like, I love sharing knowledge. I love passing down knowledge. I just don't want somebody to be behooven to help me either. I was kind of abused by a costume designer in my early 20s, to the point where I was I was like looking at being unhoused, or just I just lost everything working for this guy, and I never wanted to do that to somebody. So I always made it a point that if I was going to use anybody's help, that I would pay for it. And since I've always been broke, I never asked for help. So I don't I don't think there's any problem with drag houses and how they function. I think it's great that people get by with it. It's just not for me. I've
Mhm.
always just kind of, not to say that I've never accepted help. Shout out to Mystery Meat in Atlanta, who is the closest thing to a drag family that I've ever accepted. Um, and to be fair, I have had help and have had satellite families with all groups from everywhere that I've ever lived. I could consider Priscilla part of my drag family. I'd consider Bitch Puddin' and Eva Destruction. I'd consider to Lacey and Carla and Adora, who I get my name from Miami. I treasure all those people who have helped me and have given me tools and who have, and even the costume designer Wild Child, I owe a lot to, um, who, although stole my youth and abused me, still gave me a lot of tools for critical thinking and costume design and imagination. I will give him credit for sort of showing me that there is a way to think of things differently. And I think that's what makes Abora like very special the the unique way that I look at things and and sort of sort of value surprise and shock in that way. And I don't think I would look at things that way without having worked for Wild Child. So I do appreciate every person who has either helped or hurt me along the way. Um, yeah, because we do grow and hurt.
Hmm.
A lot of the most painful times in our lives make us grow the fastest and the most. Um, it's not to say that we should seek out abusive or painful relationships. I'm saying that if we have the misfortune of having them, to if we get anything out of it is to appreciate how they have made us stronger.
Hmm.
Um, if there's any kind of reclaiming that, maybe.
No, no,
Sorry to
like
take
that.
a serious turn on
No,
our.
I love that because I feel the same way. Um, it's always super conflicting putting my Arab identity into my drag, where for the longest time I never really felt like I was part of any of those worlds, whether it was like American, because I am American, but like my Arab side too, and living in Saudi Arabia, I was always like kind of othered. Um, Growing up the way I did, my parents' divorce really like shaped the person that I am, even though it was kind of the worst time of my life type deal. I never felt Arab enough. I never felt Muslim enough, even though I was like super into Islam. I left Islam just a long time ago, ever since I moved back to the States. Um, but I was always conflicted with those, like showcasing my Arab heritage because of that. Um, but the people that I've met along the way, like Mexican people, Asian, like all these people who like either grew up in the States or were kind of like me, they grew up overseas. Um, Seeing them kind of go through that same struggle of identity, but still taking pride and showcasing like here are a lot of the good things that is about our culture. Um, and they're showcasing that in a respectful way. Um, and that's kind of what I want to bring. I think it's harder for Arabs to do that because um, there's a reputation of like
In
portraying a
America, yeah.
well, not just in America, like also like in the Middle East too, like
Hmm.
making that commentary about the government, for example, making a commentary about Islam, like you have things like portraying the Prophet Muhammad, which something I like you never want to do at all. And if that were to ever like go out, like we've seen that happen, unfortunately, with like um the South Park episode when they
Mhm.
tried to portray the Prophet Muhammad like on TV. It's so hard to navigate Arab culture, especially when it comes to like being queer, because being queer is so taboo in the other country. But I would rather like display that and like showcase that my way, that I know is respectful. And if it's gonna ruffle feathers, it's gonna ruffle some feathers, you know.
Then it's gonna ruffle the right feathers. That's
Yep.
what a lot of people forget to do when they're trying to pioneer like some people want to pioneer shock for the sake of shock. Some
Hmm.
people want to radically accept themselves, and it may be shocking to some people. Um, I think what you're doing is absolutely right. I think that you are showing where you come from, love and reverence for your heritage.
Yeah.
I wish that I had more of a connection to mine, but it's probably not a good look right now.
Have have you um have you ever met do you know of Mezda?
Messed up.
Yeah,
Mm.
she's one of our Spokane drag ghoulies. She incorporates a lot of her Jewish heritage in like her monsters look. So that might be someone to connect to.
Yeah, send me a link.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had no idea, you know,
yeah. She's done a few looks. I've seen it before where like, like there were some like Jewish monsters, like folklore
like
type.
Mastem or the
Yeah,
Golem. A lot of
yeah, and like,
a lot of things I find very interesting and a lot of cool things, a lot of dark
mhm.
elements in Judaism. Go figure.
Yeah. So we are
Um,
coming up. Oh, did you want to add anything to that?
no, just free Palestine and
Oh, absolutely. Free Palestine now and
easy,
forever.
easy stuff,
Ex-
you know.
We are coming towards the end of the show. Titans is over. It was probably some of the best drag TV like we've ever seen. Titans 2 is over. I'm sure there's going to be Titans 3,
No,
4, 5.
Titans 2 is done. We did it. We fixed it.
Yeah, we don't need to do another Titans. Taurus coming up. Um, that's gonna be your whole summer, pretty much. Halloween.
Well,
Yeah,
Titans tour, and then
the secret
I think
projects.
it's a little too premature to announce this, but just stay tuned,
Yeah, for sure.
especially if you're interested in tattooing.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear about that. Where do you see yourself like in the next couple years? I'm sure you don't want to do Titans again. Like, don't talk about that.
Who
Right?
knows? Who
You should do the when they do the tattoo exterminations, they should hire you.
I think they want the tattoos to be bad, so I
Oh.
don't think I'm a good fit, but maybe Priscilla. No,
Yeah.
she's actually better than me. She did it the right way, and
Mhm.
she's, I think, a real tattoo artist. I'm
Yeah.
just some schmuck that just kind of piddles my fame.
I
But
think,
uh,
yeah, you're
but
both artists with your own perspective.
we got our own ways. I'm not gonna denigrate myself. I know what I'm doing. But
Mm.
I think Priscilla is better. But um what was my original point?
Yeah.
In the future, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of see myself just kind of doing this still. Maybe a little less drag as I get in my elder years.
Hmm.
Uh but a lot of people say that and then they end up being 60-year-old drag queens still doing it. So
Yeah. I would love to see that. What would you want to do like out of drag stuff? Like just more tattooing, like illustration, like
uh
type deals or
painting, sculpture, a lot of gallery stuff. I know that sounds really boring, but um that's kind of just been the childhood dream, to
you're doing
have
this a bit.
something that you step back and go, wow, I can't believe I did that.
Hmm. What
I have moments like that somewhat from Dragula, but I all the things that I've done, I kind of feel like, okay, well, that's understandable. you referenced this, you pulled from that, you learned how to do this. I want to walk away from something going, how did that get made?
Hmm.
How?
Yeah. Would you do an exhibit like an Abhora exhibit, or would it be separate from your Abhora character?
I guess it would have to be an Abora's exhibit because it's the most interesting thing that I've ever done. All my personal stuff, I'm gonna admit, is just a little too boring. I like working on Abora stuff. I think Abora is a great premise to think creatively, in a dynamic way, in a dualistic way. A lot of what makes Abora interesting is the sweet with the sour and the bitter and the ugly and the pretty and just the duality of it. I think when you go all one way or the other, it gets kind of boring. So
Mm,
yeah,
yeah. Abhora is multifaceted, pretty much.
it's just because I have a lot of folds on my face.
You're not that old, Mama.
Ah,
Like you're not that.
I
Although I
will
was
look.
looking at old pictures of you, you were definitely a twink back in the day.
Well, I'm glad I'm not that anymore. But
Yeah,
yeah. Um, yeah, well, we'll look back and think, God, I really
yeah. Well, I think you're gonna be remembered for a long time. I'm rooting for you. I want you on. I want Titans 3. Let's bring you back for Titans 4.
3, 4, 7, 16. As
Yeah.
long as there's an on-ramp, as
Mm-hmm.
long as there's a wheelchair ramp, I'll make it.
Yeah. Dragula Titans season 666 for real. And we can have a Bora back.
They really shot themselves in the foot with that 666 business.
Yeah.
That
Well,
means, well,
yeah.
once they get 665 more seasons, they're gonna have to just call it something else.
Yeah. They can call it 666 the real thing. I don't know. I can't think.
This
The
time for real.
this time for real, like just like the old movies and stuff that they're inspired by, like hell yeah. I love that. Um thank you so much, Abora. This was so much fun.
Thank you for having me.
Where can the good people find you? I know you're in Los Angeles right now. Where do you frequent in Los Angeles?
You'll always see me at Precinct. Yeah, I'm downtown Glouie. Uh, yeah, just if you see me, say hi. I'm
Yeah.
just as shy as you.
I the first time I ever met you actually was the Dragula I keep saying Dragula. It's the Boulet Halloween ball.
I
It was
think I
one of
remember that.
yeah, I was drunk as fuck and like I had made out with somebody at the ball and my makeup was like destroyed. And I saw you, I
Yeah,
was like, I love you so much. You are amazing. Like
I bet I said something.
yeah, I have no idea. I blacked
Maybe
out.
I was like, you got a little something, or you got a little not something here.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'll get to see you soon, and I'm very excited for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, let's hang out.
And then we have the Titans World Tour is happening.
Mhm.
May 7th is when you're going to be in Seattle. But when do you start like the tour? Like when does it kick off?
It begins April
We'll fit
14th.
we'll put it in the description. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be in the description below along with your links.
Very professional.
That's and where can people follow you? Like where if someone needs to get a hold of Abora, where can they find you?
If you're interested in drag, Abhora underscore rules on Instagram. If you're interested in tattoos, abhorrent ink, abhorrent underscore ink on Instagram. And I don't really do anything else. I
Okay.
don't, yeah, I don't subscribe to Elon Musk. I don't,
Just
uh,
Mark Zuckerberg.
no, no, well, yeah, I guess, yes, I guess I got zucked in.
Yep.
Uh, well, shit, girly pop, don't find me then. I'm
Don't find it.
off. I'm
Yeah.
off the grid. Send me a postcard.
Yeah. Or send me an email. Get some
And
schedule some
what?
tattoos.
Support Google?
Messenger pigeon.
Yeah,
Support the pigeons.
yeah, call me. Here's my number. It's 569.
All right. Thank you again, Abhora. This was so much fun.
Thanks, Dumali. See ya.
Yes. And Wayward Artists, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the Wayward World Studios channel everywhere you can get it. We'll have amazing queer artists, queer nightlife artists of all kinds from the TV, from not the TV, um,
From down
from
the street.
from down the street. They're probably like hooking right now. You know, the streetwalkers. Let's get a streetwalker in here. The
Let's get her
prostitute.
in.
Exactly. And we're artists. Without further ado, it's been real. Bye.